Today I'm going to be showing you 10 small changes you can make at your Minecraft house to make it look way better. So here we have a Minecraft house. I put it next to these villager houses for comparison, and as you can see, it looks pretty ugly. But luckily, today I'm going to be showing you 10 ways that you can improve it. One great way to add a lot of detail to your house is to add frames to it. And as you can see with these villager houses, they have lots of frames, which makes them look a bit better than this one. So you can add frames in one way, which is like this, which is adding them right into the build. And as you can see, if I just replace all of these with frames, you can see that the right side of the house already looks a lot more detailed than the left side of the house. But the way that we're going to be doing it today is a little different. We're going to add the frames on the outside of our house, like this. And you'll see why in a second. So as you can see, the frames make the house look kind of ugly, I'm not going to lie. But once we improve the roof, it's going to look way better. The roof is a very important part of your build. It is one of the defining factors of your build, how your roof looks. Now, a plain roof like this works fine in some cases, but if you want your build to really look good, then you really don't want a plain roof that looks like this. The best types of roofs are the roofs where you just kind of freestyle it, which is what we're going to do right now. So, I'm just going to freestyle a roof. Like, let's do this, and then we're going to put a block there, and then we're going to put a stair, and then a block, but with a stair on it, and then another block, and then a stair, and then a block, and then a stair at the top. And as you can see, if you imagine the roof on the other side, which we're going to do now, you'll see that this looks already a lot better without even filling in the roof. So now if we just fill in the roof, you'll be able to see the difference that a better roof makes. So as you can see, this roof has a very unique shape, which makes the build look a lot better. And from the sides, you can tell that this roof is not any ordinary roof. When you compare it to this roof looks way more complicated, but it really was just us spamming blocks everywhere. So another way you can improve your roof is to make the blocks in the middle over here, not the frames on the outside, but the blocks in the middle, you can make them a different type of block. Now I'm going to be using stripped birch logs for this, but you can really use anything as long as it makes the roof look different. So if we just start filling in the roof over here like this, it's okay if part of it sticks out, it just makes the build look better in the end. And you can also replace some of these parts that are sticking out with stripped birch wood, so that you don't see any of that inside of the log to make it look a bit smoother. Now our roof is really coming together. You can see from the bottom that there's a bit of changes over there, but it's mainly from the side and the top. You can see that on the roof, if we extend it a bit longer, which we'll do soon, we'll be able to see that this will look really good once we've extended it all the way. You can replace glass with glass panes to make it look a lot better and have a lot more depth. Like this, you can see that there's a lot more depth. But if you want to go even further, you can even put the glass on the back of the block. You don't even have to put it in the block. You can put it behind the block, like this. You can see that there's a lot more difference when you move from side to side. It might look a bit weird at the start, but you'll get used to it. And you can kind of tell that glass is a bit farther back than the other types of glass, which gives your house a bit more of a different look to it than other houses. Windowsills. Now, there are a few ways you can do windowsills. One way is just to add stairs at the bottom of your windows, which I'm doing here. You can also replace the stairs with slabs, but you can put some lanterns on top of your stairs so that they look a bit better. Another way you can do it is by adding grass. And then this is kind of like a grassy area for your windowsill, which is cool. And if you surround it by a bunch of trapdoors, it kind of looks like you have a little garden outside of your window. And then, if you put some flowers down there, and maybe just like bone meal it once or twice, then you'll end up with something that looks a bit like this. Adding frames to your windows is actually a really, really good way to give the window an extra layer of depth. See how much more realistic the windows look with the frames on it that really make it look a bit more modern and less like that. Another way you can do the frames is by putting down fences and then campfires on top of the fences and putting out the campfires. And this makes the house actually look a bit better, especially when you put it above the grass area with the flowers. So you can mix and match the window sills and the window frames in any way, and it should look good in all the different ways. So, to start off with the exterior of our house, the landscape around it, because that's really important, we're just going to start by building a little path. So, if we just dig out a little area over here to be our path. And now for our path, I'm going to be using a mix of cobblestone, gravel, and andesite. You can use anything. You can use path blocks, dirt, coarse dirt. There's really a lot of options for your path. But for my path, I'm just going to start off. Just going to put down some random bits of gravel everywhere. Then we'll follow it up with a bit of andesite on the ground. And then we'll just fill in the rest of the area with some cobblestone. And here we have a path. Easy. Now some basic things that you can do around your path. First, you can just like bone meal the area a bit to make it look a bit better. Then you can also add some fences at random places just to like give a bit of emphasis on where your path is supposed to be. And now, if you just add some lanterns down, the path feeling really just starts to show a lot. One thing that you need to learn when you're landscaping is that leaves are your friend, okay? Leaves just make everything look way better, depending on how you use them. And if we fly up, we'll see that the house already looks a lot better with the leaves on the side. And now, to add some texture to our grass, we're going to add some coarse dirt around the edges. We can add some bamboo here, and get ready to put some string so that the bamboo looks fine. It doesn't grow any higher, because if it grows higher, it'll kind of look a bit weird. And then if we just add some more bamboo, no, oh god. And you'll see that it's looking way better already. After the bamboo, we can, again, use some string to cover up some of the parts where you don't want your vines to go. And this spot, this is really important because you don't want your vines to spread everywhere. And then you can put your vines down, and they'll just start spreading by themselves. Hopefully, if you put your string in the right place, the vines won't, start going crazy. And there you have it. The front of our house now looks way better after those 10 tips to improve it. And you can see that there's a lot more texture, a lot more detail, especially in the terrain, and everything else too. And you may be wondering, but what about the sides? Well, we don't look at the sides. But if you want me to take a look at the sides, then leave a like on this video. I'll do the sides if we can get 5 likes on this video. Because my channel is sad and lonely, and nobody watches my videos. But that's gonna do it for this episode. If you want me to take a look at the sides again, leave a like. And I'll see you next time for a secret surprise series that we're going to be doing pretty soon.